Foot by 6 foot. So 4 foot um, most of the painting is done in acrylic. Well, so far everything is done in acrylic. But I also wanted to incorporate the side painters enamel into that one too, just to give the surface different qualities. So all these vehicles were penciled in. Since I don't have, I painted over most of them, I don't have the better lines. So I'm just trying to eyeball the lines as straight as I can get. Oh, I need some Kleenex. And I'll just put it in the middle of the pen. And yeah, hold on a second. So, I don't think I have allergies, but it seems like it. Never really had them when I was younger, but now they seem to hit me. Okay, so I'll make sure I do 80 grills. Okay. Hey, hey, do not do that. I told you that before. Do not fall on the freaking screen. Oh, yeah.
Yo, what up? I'm sitting here looking at Omizu paint. Yo, this paint is crazy. I better plug this phone up. This shit dying me. Alright. Alright, Meezy, I gotta let you go, bro. Not really. We can still listen to him. He said he about to get ready for work in about an hour, he said. Cause we got time anyway. Ain't doing shit. So that. Alright, throw some more of that. Put some more of this on there. And maybe some more white. I don't know why I put it there. I should have put it over there. It don't matter.
That one covers it. This one.
All right, we were playing around with a new song in Suno.
Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground, and I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce, got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet on your new couch, my wires leave you bleeding out. I seen the path, I know the route, I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding out, no holding out. We go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours, piss you off like golden showers. done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck if you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools and know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen in the pad. Keep my position, I pause and I watch. All of my options, they even they plot. I'm beating the odds and seeming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks and we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo. Trap House Entertainment. Yeah, I stay up on my grind. I ain't wasting no more time. Fan it sparking, let it shine. Growing to a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground. And I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce. Got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet on your new couch. My YNs leave you bleeding out. I seen the path, I know the route. I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding now, no holding now. We go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours. Piss you off like golden showers. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now, it's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now, it's my time. Niggas get wild when they fumble the bop, giving a fuck if you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools and know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you want it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen and a pad. Keep my position. Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground, and I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce, got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet up.
Hey, Wendy, what's up? All right. So this is our new song. It's called My Time. My Time.
Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck and you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools that know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen in the pad. Keep my position, I pause and I watch. All of my options, they scheme and they plot. I'm beating the odds and scheming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks. And we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo. Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground, and I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce, got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet on your new couch, my wires leave you bleeding out. I see the path, I know the route, I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding now, no holding out. We go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours, piss you off like golden showers. It's been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck and you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools that know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen in the pad. Keep my position, I pause and I watch. All of my options, they scheme and they plot. I'm beating the odds and scheming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks. And we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo. I like that one. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. You can get touched, just like Braille. You a little fish, I'm a big whale. I got big slugs with big shells. All your lines get dissected as my lines get perfected. You can try, no contesting, I'ma shine. Iridescent and divine is my connection. You can't rise without direction. When you grind, use discretion. You can choose a new perception. You can use the newest methods. Hoovers get removed in seconds. Try to copy like a Epson. I'm the future like the Jetsons. I don't cry when I'm rejected. I don't lose, I learned the lesson. You too rude if I gave a message. You would shoot, no second guessing. Licking lizards, leaping leopards. You the sheep and I'm the shepherd. Is this what you want? Should have been the first question. Cause nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Building up something with substance. Defying assumption, denying consumption. Is this what you want? Should have been the first question. Cause nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Building up something with substance. Defying assumption, denying consumption. As I grow, I watch the changes, took some risk and played with danger. That's that trap house entertainment, and I misplaced most of anger, but I'm still halo dangle, keep it tilted at an angle. Can't enable, wasn't strangers who can blast off through the vapors, make you cough until you strangle. Read the label, shit is potent, combinations in the keys that open locked doors that you've been scoping. If you fail to plan and you plan to fail, you can get touched just like Braille. You a little fish, I'm a big whale. I got big slugs with big shells. If you fail to plan and you plan to fail, you can get touched just like Braille. You a little fish, I'm a big whale. I got big slugs with big shells. Is this what you want? Should have been the first question. Cause nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Building up something with substance. Defying assumption, denying consumption. Is this what you want? Cause nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Building up something with substance. Defying assumption, denying consumption, assumption.
We're trying to paint as much as we can, because you know why? I'm ready to go work on my model. I'm ready to do some Gundam building. I forgot. That's on the website, so I gotta go to the app. It won't, the album won't play through because I keep that set on. Level up your song with a video. Replace art. Hold on now. Oh, you just gonna give me? You just gonna? It's something just popped up. A new message. I haven't seen it said. Extend is new. There's a new cover. There's a new beta cover. Replace song art. Enhance your cover art with a video. What happened? What did I just do? What did I? It's letting me put a video. What the heck? Guess what? I already started writing another song too. I got some bars prepared for something else. I want to see where I can take this next song. A little fun bop. Another art song. It says uploading. So I'm not exactly sure what this is. I I have a video on my phone. I just stuck whatever random video into the art or the image portion of the thing. But now it's sitting here thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. So I'm not sure if it's gonna like use my video as the exact footage or imagery for what it's trying to do, or is it using my video as a reference to generate an AI video? I'm really not sure. It just says, upgrade your music with a video. Okay, how? So if that's that. This part. And we're still going? What the hell? What the fuck? I should fucking my phone up. What the fuck? Yo. It said video must be 10 seconds or less. Well, how is that when goddamn, hold on now.
Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame, burn this shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't play a video while. I don't know.
Trap House Entertainment. I don't stay around you niggas. I don't hang around you niggas. I don't play around you niggas. I might trade pound you niggas. I don't stay around you niggas. I don't hang around you niggas. I don't play around you niggas. I might trade pound you niggas. My dogs move like greyhounds and they stay down with the trade pound. I'll make you lay down when they spray round. You a fat bitch and a dick clown, and you think snitching is okay now. Can be your last day any day now. I'm clocked in, getting paid now. I'm locked in and you locked out. Watch the company you keep, and don't tell them all your schemes. They might try to snatch a plate when they see you trying to eat. Watch the company you keep, and don't tell them all your schemes. They might try to snatch a plate when they see you trying to eat. Trusting all these mofos is a no-no. That's a no-go. A no-show, like a young hoe, giving low blows. Keep a cold shoulder with no snow. You broke as fuck with no dough. When I blow O in the ozone, you so lost and so wrong, you might just get stolen on. Watch the company you keep, and don't tell them all your schemes. They might try to snatch your plate when they see you trying to eat. I don't stay around you niggas. I don't hang around you niggas. I don't play around you niggas. I might trade pound you niggas. I don't stay around you niggas. I don't hang around you niggas. I don't play around you niggas. I might trade pound you niggas.
I don't. I don't.
Watch how you make your bankroll. Them J's be playing in plain clothes. My niggas will bang when I say so. You niggas be banging the same hoes. You mimic and copy the same flow. You jacking and copping the same clothes. I clap at your top for them pesos. You bitching and snitching, that's case closed. Ooh, put that on my mama. You niggas don't want any problems. We coming and kicking the drama. Ooh, put that on my mama. Got tools, we carry them choppers. Popping at you and your partners. Y'all niggas don't want any smoke, man. I cock it and empty the whole thing. I fire you niggas like propane. That shit can get hairy like Rogaine. You sniffing the white like Flonase. I spark up a blunt and blow haze. ATF bitch and she blow brains. Y'all niggas get slumped in the cold rain. Ooh, put that on my mama. You niggas don't want any problems. We going and kicking the drama. Ooh, put that on my mama. Got tools, we carry them choppers. Popping at you and your partners.
This was a snake. That shit would have bit me. Right in front of my
new couch. My wires leave you bleeding out. I see the path, I know the route. I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding out, no holding out. We go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours. Piss you off like golden showers.
It's been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time.
Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck if you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools that know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen in the pad. Keep my position, I pause and I watch. All of my options, they scheming, they plot. I'm beating the odds and steaming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks and we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo. Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground, and I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce, got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet on your new couch, my wires leave you bleeding out. I see the path, I know the route, I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding out, no holding out, we go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours, piss you off like golden showers.
It's been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time.
Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck if you humble or not. Don't cover my spot, cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools that know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose, we stay on your top. Fighting with fire, we burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with a pen in the pad. Keep my position, I pause and I watch. All of my options, they scheming, they plot. I'm beating the odds and steaming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks and we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody. Keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo.
Mhm. Boozy. That's the new song, Boozy. I tell you, don't get mad at me for that shit, bro. But like I said, I was already started writing some new shit. I'm writing something to this beat right here. How you got all the way up on me? Oh my god, I keep saying I'm gonna go ahead and put the fucking uh ant stuff outside. That's the third one. I seen two on the windowsill in the past 2 weeks, and then that shit was literally on me. It crawled all the way up on me. I need a vacuum in here for one. I haven't vacuumed in here since I don't know. That's one. But if they're coming all the way upstairs, I gotta spray the base of the house because my backyard does have a couple of big colonies that can come up. And I killed them shits last year, yo. I had ants and wasps. Damn, I was about to say something. At least it ain't termites. Or I don't see any evidence of termites. The pest is crazy, man. Mm, all up in my goddamn house. Uh, right into that one. I don't know what I'm gonna call this shit yet, but I really like this beat. But I did just I did just put another track together.
Yeah, I stay up on my grind, I ain't wasting no more time. Fan the spark and let it shine, grow into a big ass flame. Burn this shit down to the ground, and I burn a couple pounds. Break it down by the ounce, got my stripes, don't need no clout. Grind my feet on your new couch, my wires leave you bleeding out. I seen the path, I know the route, I'm confident and no doubt. I'm holding out, no holding out. We go all out, the world is ours. Time is precious, golden hours piss you off like golden showers. It's been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo, niggas get wild when they fumble the bot. Giving a fuck if you humble or not. Don't cover my spot. Cover my spot. Chasing the guap and we running with Glocks. My goons got tools that know how to pop. We move too smooth, avoiding the cops. You losers lose. We stay on your top. Fighting with fire. We burning the game. You should say my name if you wanted it or not. Cause I'm on point with the pen in the pad. Keep my position. I pause and I watch. All of my options. They scheming. They plot. I'm beating the odds and scheming the pot. A couple of shots make you lean and rock. My team still running a couple of blocks. And we shutting shit down when we open up shop. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Shit done been ugly, been muddy, been bloody, keep grinding now. It's my time. Yo.
New music. I like that track. I'm gonna burn it up in a minute. But I might I might get some new bars for this track while we in here. We already been here about an hour already. Hmm? Mm-mm. This shit is not making any sense to me right now. What the fuck is going on with this jacket, man? God damn it. No, I shouldn't have started painting this shit. There's so many folds and wrinkles. Ugh. So many folds and wrinkles. critters now, motherfuckers. It's an invasion. I don't like it. I don't like it. Mm. Mm. A little more purple in some of these areas. I feel really chilly in here right at the minute. Maybe because I started drinking that cold beer. That probably could be the reason why. I ain't lying, yo. As soon as I get this jacket blocked in, I'm going right across the hall on my mama. Watch. The active shooter on Florida State campus. Mm-mm.
Of course, we don't know the extent of their injuries and what that looks like right now, but we do know they're busy at work. It's a busy day for local agencies or healthcare workers in response to what unfolded at FSU earlier this afternoon.
So misinformation again in our own comment section. Let's be clear. There is no credible report that I have seen. You can use hashtag AJB and get my attention. Part of what I do here is vetting information and also to explaining to people when we're dealing with a misinformation landmine. But I'll read your comments if you use hashtag AJB in our comment section. That basically gets my attention because it's a little bit more big, bold, and bright on my screen. But no, there are no confirmed fatalities as a result of what has transpired today at FSU. The updated count from the Associated Press, and perhaps why don't we just get a refresh from our partners if the numbers are holding true. At least 6 victims according to the Associated Press, one of those being in critical condition. And no, we haven't seen anything about fatalities, correct?
Well, no, nothing about fatalities, but what I can tell you, 4 minutes ago, NBC News is reporting that the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare spokesperson is saying one of the 6 people are in critical condition and 5 others in serious condition.
Okay, so that's new. So the AP had reported that it was just one person in critical, so now we know. And look, hospitalizations can be really wide-ranging, folks. So hearing that 5 are in serious and 1 in critical is not great news, because you were hoping that the 5 other hospitalizations in this case were minor injuries, but to hear that they are in it was serious condition or serious injuries?
Serious condition.
Serious condition and critical. So 5 in serious condition, 1 in critical condition. Correct?
Correct. 5 in serious condition, 1 in critical condition. And that's according to Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, a spokesperson with the hospital.
Yeah, really, that's heartbreaking news, and we just hope that those who are in serious condition are able to pull through. But again, going back to where this began, people in our comment section who are, I understand they're even citing certain news agencies. That doesn't mean, look, I'm going to those sites and then not seeing anything closely close to resembling the comment that we have in the social media comment section. So be very, very careful, folks, when it comes to the misinformation that exists in our own comment section and elsewhere on social media. We have no information on fatalities at this time. But yeah, Santa Bobana in our comment section on the WFLA YouTube page saying, did they say if the suspect was one of those hospitalized? That's actually a great question. We referenced that earlier. It's entirely possible in active shooter situations like this, when numbers are getting thrown around left and right, the suspect is in custody, but that could also be with injuries, and that suspect could be among the hospitalizations. Now, it's worth noting that the AP is saying it had put that in a section about the 6, put that in a section labeled victims. So it would appear that the AP is reporting that at least 6 people have been hospitalized among victims, but we don't know whether or not.
We don't know the status of the person in custody at this time, and we're waiting for official word to learn more, the identity, and that will all come as the investigation unfolds. But right now, details are limited from what local officials are revealing and posting and sharing with us at this time.
All right, Brittany. So we're gonna be bringing in our next WFLA anchor to join us. Any final words before we say farewell and let you get back to the newsroom?
No, I'll hop off here, but know that I'll be behind the scenes and we'll be working on this story to bring to you all News Channel 8 on air later this evening.
All right, Brittany Mullet reporting for us, and Brittany, thank you so much. Folks, we'll be back in 60 seconds with the latest.
I hate these fucking shootings, man. World's going mad, bro. The world is going mad.
shocking. My wife went to FSU. I have friends who've gone to FSU, know the campus very well. So to hear this so close to home, I think is a shock for a lot of people watching right now, because this is in the heart of Florida, so to speak, that a lot of people have attended that school, and many still do. So I think there's still a lot of details that they work through. We're seeing a lot of stuff on social media, the rumors of how many injured, if there are anybody killed at this point. So, I do see your update there, 6 victims at this point that were told from the AP. So we're following along that very closely. But again, we see this far too often across the country, but when it hits home like this, it's really tough to watch. So
yeah, we were talking earlier, FSU might be a pretty lengthy drive away. 6-7 hours is a relatively normal time for us to make it from Tampa Bay to FSU, but this feels like it's right in our backyard.
Right, it does. And so now we're starting to see some of the announcements coming up, how schools canceled, sports are delayed, all the events and all the logistical things that have to happen after that, but they're still trying to figure out how this all happened. And again, in this day and age of social media, you're seeing video pop up now, just quick updates to see how this is going to turn out. But terrible news. We hate seeing it at FSU.
Yeah, and we're just getting in a breaking alert from NBC News, and I'll read that report. 1 person killed in FSU shooting, according to senior law enforcement source. I'll read this from NBC News and reporter Tom Winter. There has been at least 1 fatality as a result of the shooting incident on Florida State University's campus. A senior Florida law enforcement official briefed on the matter told NBC News. The Tallahassee Police Department confirmed earlier today that 1 person was in custody in connection to the shooting. So a breaking development here from NBC News. A senior law enforcement official in Florida telling NBC News is Tom Winter that at least 1 body has been reported as a result of the shooting incident at FSU.
Yeah, and we know that based on the 6 people that were getting treatment at Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. That was reported to NBC earlier today. Now, they did send out that alert. I know you talked about that in the last hour. Sent out an alert to school, students, faculty, staff, seek shelter, and track down that shooter, which they've done. But yeah, I think this is where you start to worry, especially covering these stories. You always hear the initial reports of the injured. And it's usually a number that generally changes when this thing's all said and done. So hopefully that's it. And then we're not going to hear anymore. It's awful that a person has been killed here, but we still have, at least 5 others that are injured. We don't know necessarily the severity of those injuries.
Yeah, and let's just, because I know that new nugget of information is going to prompt a lot of questions in our comment section. We do not know if this was a student. We do not know if this was a faculty member. All we have is that information that 1 person has been killed. But the second line from Tom Winter's report suggests, I want to be very clear, suggests that it's not the shooter who has been killed, because they're saying, earlier today that 1 person was in custody in connection to the shooting. Now look, the fatality could have come. There could have been a mix-up. That's entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that this report reads, without reading too much into it, is that we have a suspect in custody and 1 person who has died as a result of injuries sustained in the shooting itself.
And that is part of the initial information that comes out and is passed around quickly too. In a lot of these cases, is you get a number of injured or a number of killed. You don't know if that includes the gunman or not. They have to revise the total at the end of the story. So pay attention to that. I mean, this could change, and that very well could be the person killed, as far as we don't know. But it's a fluid situation, as you know, and as we continue to follow. But frustrating to see just north of us at FSU.
Yeah, and so one thing that we really haven't tackled yet at this stage in the live stream, I'm going to bring up Becky's comment from the WFLA Facebook page. It reads #HAB. How have the students and faculty been informed of the safe word? If it is sent out to all students and faculty, then who is to say the suspects did not receive that safe word? I have to admit, I was wondering that myself.
Good point.
The safe word system is put into place so that only faculty and staff have that safe word, so that students and faculty that are in a situation where they could be in danger could use the safe word to confirm to law enforcement that there's no threat in their particular room. But if the shooter, a faculty member or a student, and has a phone on them and receives the safe word, doesn't that compromise the safe word system?
that's complex, and
It
yeah,
is,
and
yeah.
that can cause more problems too, because you think you're walking into a safe area, and here it could be the shooter, and that would end badly. So that's a good point that she brings up. I'm glad you asked that question, and we don't know exactly how that operates, especially on FSU's campus.
Right.
And I'm sure school to school they have different policies and they have different approaches to how they manage this.
Yeah, we are now approaching. I think actually we just did hit 90 minutes, an hour and a half since the last FSU primary alert has gone out. We had the secondary alert go out at 1:57, which was talking about cancellations as a result of this, but the continue to shelter in place remains as of 1:04 p.m. Eastern. We're now 2:37 p.m. Eastern time. So more than an hour and a half has passed since we got the last update from FSU. Josh, we were mentioning earlier, that is I'm sure for parents in particular, that parents that send their students, their kids to FSU, that's a painfully long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a painfully long time to wait for an update from the FSU alert system.
Right. But in terms of the response, I see just on what we're seeing in terms of video and in terms of we're seeing from first responders, the response was big, it was fast, and soon after this started, I feel like they did have control of the situation. But again, we're still trying to wonder death toll looks like, and we don't like to have to approach it, but one person has been killed in this case, and we still have several more injured. So it's frustrating to kind of wait, as you see, to see how deadly this turns out to be, and how quickly they can get it resolved and get people safe and back. It's going to be a while before they get back in class, but this has already turned deadly, and we hate to see that.
It's interesting. I have this comment from YouTube Live. And look, any new information that comes along here, we're going to pass along to you immediately. But this is a interesting question from Real Chill on YouTube Live. Hashtags for us both, you and me, Josh, says, has information gathering and verifying gotten easier over the years, or has it always been hectic? That's a question about our process here. I guess I'll address it
for us or for responders.
No, I think he's alluding to for us.
For us. Well, the biggest thing for us is don't jump to conclusions and don't go crazy reporting details you see unless it's absolutely confirmed. So you'll see on TV or wherever you get your news that one outlet may be saying something way different, and one outlet will be saying something on the polar opposite, and that is due to sources. That is due to law enforcement specifically coming out with information. Some agencies may get it first. Some agencies may have direct contact who tells them. So there's so many variables that go into trying to confirm the actual details of an investigation like this that you have to be really careful, because the adage is once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't get it back in. So you don't want to go out and over-report or report false information. So we have to be very careful on what we can confirm and what we hear. Now, NBC News, a national outlet, is very good. AP is very good. We work with them to help confirm these details. And once we have those, then we can bring that to you, like in the situation right now where we can confirm that a person has been killed. Are there more? Possibly. Update that if that happens. But I think that's the challenge. You just have to slow everything down, even though it's a very fluid and hectic situation. Slow everything down, wait for that information to come, and let the reporters do their jobs at tracking down the sources who can tell them the truthful information. Stay off of social media, because that is just rampant with everything you can imagine.
Landmines all over the place.
Yeah.
I think that the methods that officials and various agencies use to inform the public has really evolved over the years. Social media is now not like this, secondary means of contacting people. It's really apps, push alerts, and social media is like the primary way that law enforcement agencies reach out to a large amount of people in a very short amount of time. Our process, from a reporting standpoint, I think has mostly stayed relatively true. We still work the phones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still trying to get a hold of people, contacts, and whether our methods have changed as far as how we contact those people. It's still, look, we still have our standards that we try to hit,
right,
and we strive to hit before we report information. So
And I think it's interesting.
Times have changed a bit, but it's really, we still try to do our very best.
And I think responders have done a good job too, because before agency to agency, it's been a challenge to try to work together. And you see this all across the country, and you see this here in Florida, even within cities across the country in some cases, where agencies have a tough time connecting, they have a tough time sharing information. But I think over the years, with how fast information is shared, like you talk about, I think agencies have done a better job to connect and work toward the end goal of solving an investigation and getting the proper information out to news outlets. So I think it's gotten better over time, because there's been so many mistakes made by so many agencies in the past that I think you learn every time something like this happens.
Look, I'm gonna bring this up because we're on the live stream and enough people have brought this to my attention that I would like to at least address it, even if we're not going to spend too much time addressing it. I am familiar. I have seen the WFTV report. It's an outlier right now, and I understand that people who have been commenting at me left and right for an extended period of time now, saying, JB, look at this, JB, look at this. I appreciate people bringing it to my attention. I'm aware of the WFTV report. I'll just leave it at that. We're monitoring that agency in particular, as far as where they're getting their information from, and whether or not there's any other outlets that also report that information. But as of right now, that is an outlier report, and we do not have any of that information confirmed at this time.
Yeah, and I'd like to touch on that. I worked at WFTV, and I know they're very buttoned up over there. It's a very good news organization. Of course, I was 10 years ago. I don't know what it's like now, but for an agency like that to come out and just report that without any really rock solid source would surprise me immensely. So I'm not saying, as you said, it's not, we can't confirm it. If they have a source that they've confirmed it with, and they're confident on that source. This is exactly what we talked about earlier. If you have a source and you feel confident, then the national news outlets and the cable news outlets go through the very same thing. And some reporters in outlets of cable or national who've been doing this 20, 30 years have cultivated those relationships with insiders within law enforcement or wherever. If there's a plane crash, for instance, and the FAA, and they have an insider who's really big on airlines and aeronautics, they can help confirm that information. And if they're confident enough, and that's a decision by the station to make, yes, this is a solid lead and this is a solid source, we'll go with that information. Someone at FTV, many people at WFTV have confirmed that, hey, this is good enough for us, we're going to go with it. So it's a big drastic change from what we have.
Yes.
And this could balance out and will balance out in the end, but this is where you have to be careful.
Extremely careful. And we're not saying anything in regard, not putting that report in the it's not true corner. It's a report that is so different than what everybody else is reporting right now that it just has to be treated as such. It's got to be treated as an outlier right now. We, of course, have various media partners that we associate ourselves with, whether it's NBC News or the Associated Press. News Nation is a really big part of the Nexstar family and who we use as far as getting information and reporting accurate information. And with our various partners and even other large network entities, we're not seeing anything resembling that report right now. So we'll kind of leave it at that. We'll move on. But for everybody saying, JB, look at that particular report, I do see it. But we do not have that information confirmed.
And just because they say it doesn't mean we're going to run with it.
Agreed.
And even when this started, initially was 4 people injured. I think the first report I saw was 4 people injured, 1 critically, and 3 stable.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look at it now. 1 killed and 5 or 6 more injured, and we don't know.
All right, we got an update. FSU Alert has posted the following. I don't know if it's a primary alert or a secondary yet, but let me just read it in its entirety. All Florida State University classes and business operations on the main campus in Tallahassee are canceled through Friday, April 18th. Essential employees should check with their supervisors for further reporting instructions. All FSU athletics events in Tallahassee are canceled through Sunday. Students who need assistance can go to the Donald L. Tucker Center, where the university is providing counseling, healthcare, and other support services. Family members are also to go to the Tucker Center for assistance. Students, faculty, and staff were asked to call their loved ones as soon as possible to update them on their status. The student union and the surrounding area is still considered an active crime scene. Individuals should avoid the area Students should not return to the student union to retrieve personal property at this time. Here it is.
As you said, JV, a lot more instruction on how to
As
handle
we see some activity on the Tennessee Street camera, there was a camera, there was a car.
Oh, shit.
God, very fast left-hand turn there that I caught out of the corner of my eye. Josh, you know me, I talk like it is. It's a little interesting to me. I have to admit that this doesn't address the threat. It doesn't say that the threat is over. It doesn't say the threat is still ongoing. It just says that the area is still considered an active crime scene. So,
and I came into it late. So where did you get the last update on the suspect?
Yeah, well,
suspects.
Well, continue to shelter in place. Law enforcement is actively clearing rooms on the main campus. Continue to shelter in place until law enforcement contacts you. That's the latest guidance from FSU. So they're not addressing anything regarding the threat itself or the shooter itself. I have to mention the other report did mention a difference of what we understand now as to whether or not it's a singular shooter or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where clear messaging is extremely helpful. And right now, while it is very, very clear here that students may return to their residence halls, but should stay indoors on the main campus to allow first responders and university staff to do their jobs and respond to those needing assistance, it's still just a little bit unclear as to whether or not the threat itself has been dealt with and whether or not a continue to shelter in place is still officially. This is not at all clear by any means. No.
And now we're starting to hear from some of the people on campus too. NBC reporting that a junior is now talking to the Mackenzie Heater. She was on campus. I'll just read what she said. I was leaving the union with my food. There was a road next to it, and I was walking with this guy who pulls up in an orange Hummer. Gets out with a rifle and shoots in my direction.
Wow.
There were a couple other kids near me, she explained, and I think he was shooting and he missed. He then goes back into his car and grabs a pistol and then turns and shoots the lady in front of him, and that's when I just started running. She said she heard about 15 rounds fired for about 20 to 30 seconds. She then called the police at 11:57 p.m. to report the shooting. And she described the shooter as a normal college dude who's wearing an orange t-shirt and khaki shorts. Described him as white with light hair and driving a Hummer.
I'm sorry, wait, what was he wearing?
Orange t-shirt and khaki shorts.
So it was an orange t-shirt wearing guy in an orange Hummer.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to be noticed, that's what you were. I mean, unbelievable.
Orange is most notably a color that you use to attract attention. That's why so many times you'll see various vests being worn.
Blaze orange for deer hunting. I mean, that's
right.
So other hunters don't shoot them when they're hunting because deer can't see orange. Blaze orange.
If you're trying to conceal yourself, you don't wear orange.
Yeah. She said at first she said thought there was a BB gun, but when she heard him fire, she knew it was real. And then she says when he turned back around with the pistol, I saw him shoot the lady right in front of him. She was probably like 5 feet in front of him with the pistol. She said the woman was in purple scrubs and didn't appear to be a student or faculty. A detailed account from NBC News from a student who saw this play out in real time.
Wow. Yeah, I'm still reading the alert and still a little just kind of puzzled even by how they stacked this information. Students who need assistance can go to the Donald L. Tucker Center for Counseling, Healthcare, and Other Services. But then later on it says, this is still an active crime scene. Individuals avoid the student union area, stay indoors, allow first responders and university staff to do their jobs. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's
confusing for students too, because maybe they do have the guy and maybe they're uncertain about a second person. Seems like every time we talk about this, there's always the rumor of a second person.
Sure. And it seems like there's uncertainty.
Yes,
here.
Always.
Yeah.
Always seems to happen. So then when you come down to it, in the end, it was actually one shooter who did this, and typically and historically that seems to be the case. I don't know what the case is here, but maybe they're just being extra careful and they really haven't cleared all the rooms yet. So they're not comfortable coming out and saying, there's one guy, we got him down, he's at the hospital or he's dead. They haven't been able to say that because they're just not done yet.
Yeah, and the
So we just want people to chill and hang out where they're at, if possible. I'm surprised to say if you're leaving, go ahead and leave, but it kind of goes against the shelter-in-place idea.
and the conflicting reports out there also create some murkiness. I think it's safe to say, because
Always.
FTV being in the Orlando market. So if you're a mom in the Orlando market getting your information from that news entity, and then you're a mom in Tampa getting, let's say, information from us here at WFLA, and these two moms are talking back and forth and saying, yeah, my local station is reporting X, and then the Orlando mom says, no, my local station is reporting Y, and then all of a sudden you have all of these mixed signals that are being spread around. We're supposed to be, as the media, we're supposed to be helping people with the best information and the most credible information. So when there's contradictory reports out there, that just muddles the water even more. So clearly, and this is so common, Josh, you noted it earlier, in an active shooter situation, in a developing situation like this, it's so common for there to be just an abundance of misinformation, and that all plays out in real time on social media, including live streams in our comment section, being included in that without question.
We're starting to get video too from students who are being escorted out by authorities in the buildings next to where the shooter was. So as you see that on social media now, we're starting to get it confirmed, and NBC has some from a student right now who is in a building next door. They've been brought out by authorities and told to go to a safe space.
So one more time, I'm going to read this. This is really important. The student union and the surrounding area is still considered an active crime scene. Individuals should avoid the area, again, of the student union. Students should not return to the student union to retrieve personal property at this time. Students may return to their residence halls. Otherwise stay indoors on the main campus to allow first responders and university staff to do their jobs and to respond to those needing assistance. Students may depart campus for the weekend. All classes have been canceled through Friday. So it basically, if you are in a position of safety nowhere close to the student union and you've been sheltering in place, it's, as I read this, it's you can go home and hug your mom, hug your dad, hug your loved ones, hug your dog. And whether you're coming home to Orlando or Tampa or Jacksonville or Miami or Pensacola, wherever you're going home to, you can depart for the weekend, provided that you are following the guidance of the FSU alert and doing so as safely as possible.
But it's so horrific for parents to watch and listen to this, especially if their kid goes to FSU not knowing that they know the location of where it happened, but a lot of the times there's just no rhyme or reason why these people do this, why they go to a certain location and why they go after the people they go after, like this account that you heard from this woman earlier, who said she saw a woman in purple scrubs get shot. That's just awful. Like, what's going through your mind right now? Wondering, like, is my kid safe? Like,
I'll add to some more. We're talking about now how this has been a really confusing last 20 minutes, right?
mm-hmm.
The FSU alert that just went out 9 minutes ago on Facebook reads, "Continue to shelter in place."
Yeah, that's the one we read earlier. Yeah.
Right. So that's where you. Okay. So
that was on X as well. Yeah.
So it points you to alerts.fsu.edu, where that alert went out. But the alert that went out on Facebook the same exact time is not the alert that went out on the website. So
you were reading the first one. I was reading the second one, which almost were at the same time. So they were interesting.
So the FSU alert that went out on Facebook says continue to shelter in place. And then the FSU alert that went out over their website, alerts.fsu.edu, says returns may return to their residence hall. Basically what I was just reading, and it's the extended alert. And then here's what's most curious. Ready for this, Josh? The most liked comment on that Facebook post comes from Ellie, and it's in all caps, and it says, "Why would you share the safe word?"
Because it's out there now.
So I think
Ellie, confident they have whoever it is.
It's among those confused by the safe word system, and you'll have to count me among a bit confused, only because, to our point earlier, if you're sharing the safe word and you go to that school and you have the safe word, does that not defeat the purpose of the safe word? Doesn't that compromise the entire integrity of the safe word system that's been put in
Well, and they
place?
could be working with law enforcement and already know where they're
Hey.
at, so they may be putting that out there to say, hey.
Got the jacket
safe
filled
word is
in,
null
got the
and void at
jacket
this point
filled
because
in.
we already got the guy. And we know people are safe. We just want to make sure there's no other problems. Yeah, but then the word would be important, but it's not the case at this point.
I think that we got some folks listening in our newsroom. A lot of comments have just come in the last minute or two pertaining to the announcement of a press conference. Josh, both of I will keep our eyes peeled for that of an official announcement of a press conference. That's pretty standard for an active shooter story, and when officials feel like they have a pretty good, or at least somewhat of a good grasp on the situation, enough information to at least come forward and hold a press conference, that will happen. Sometimes that can happen hours later, not minutes later, but let's see here. Yes, thank you. There it is. Okay, so hold on, I want to make sure that I have this information right. I'm just checking this before I say it. Okay, yes. TXL is going to be, we're crediting them. There's going to be an Associated Press news, or excuse me, a signal that is going to be making its way to us in the Stream Center with the help of AP News. That is a press conference that we are going to be carrying live at 4 o'clock Eastern. That is 1 hour and 1 minute from now. Josh, you're on the news tonight. You're on broadcast. You're on it.
We'll start the newscast with that most likely. And
Okay.
a lot of times these aren't on time, but we'll see if it hits right at the top of the program. But we'll be ready to take it when they take it live.
Yes, but so right as news was popping up in our comment section about a press conference, our director of news and digital passed along a note to me saying, yes, there is a press conference at 4 o'clock, and we'll be carrying that live here on this live stream, and we will get updated information regarding what has happened today at FSU.
It'll be interesting to see, that kind of tells me that I think it's under control. This is just my opinion, and that they've got a count of injured, killed, and they're just going to give us an update. That's usually what would happen. Otherwise, I think they would rush it a little faster if there's still an active scene to say, in 10 minutes, let's get the word out there. Hey, we still got to find the guy, or we still got to assess the situation. There's still going to be another problem. Don't go anywhere,
All right, so this all makes sense now. I refreshed the page at 2:44 p.m. when the initial alert about.
Oh, so it was old?
No, it wasn't old. It was separated by seconds. There were two alerts that went out at 2:44 p.m. Eastern, and I just happened to be refreshing at the exact moment when the initial alert went out. So
they updated it.
They did.
Okay.
So shelter in place is still in effect.
That's the latest one too.
Yes, it's the latest one. So that's where things got really confusing.
So, but the one you were talking about was earlier than that. So they said you can go and you can leave and whatever, but then they came out with the one that says shelter in place. So,
right, but they were seconds apart. So the one that reads, the student union in the surrounding area is still considered an active crime scene. That one came out, and then within 60 seconds, it added almost like a footnote, continue to shelter in place.
Wow.
So that's where things got a little bit, and my apologies if my system didn't update or if I didn't see that, but yeah, so those two alerts went out simultaneously but it doesn't change the fact that on Facebook, that alert about the student union and is considered an active crime scene, that didn't go out on Facebook. So they're still just trying to get all of our ducks in a row, right, so to speak, right?
They said 4 o'clock for the news conference.
4 o'clock.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to put that in the chat here as well. So, update. 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, press conference scheduled. So, Thank you. All right, so now we have a new live picture to show our audience. Let's bring this in. And news crews have now been getting closer and closer to campus. Obviously, when a active shooter situation occurs, there's going to be that perimeter that is set up and closed roadways, and news crews are not able to get close to where the shooting occurred. And now, there you can see a little cameo there. News crews are getting past certain perimeter points and are getting closer to the student union, probably not at the student union, but closer than they were previously. And now we're getting live pictures just like this one. So we'll pay attention to this. So it, of course, when we go to it, it's a photojournalist who is carrying a camera somewhere. You know what? So we'll come back.
Let him
to
get
that.
set up. Yeah.
Let's let him get set up before we're looking at something we have no idea what it is. All right, yeah, that was a pretty confusing 20 minutes, but at least we have an idea as to what led us to this point. I want to be clear, though, the outlier report that I referenced earlier, I'm still not seeing that information anywhere whatsoever. Josh, have you seen anything resembling
the
that?
TV report?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, we're going to meet Mike's. I'm still not seeing that information anywhere whatsoever. Have you seen anything resembling that?
TV report?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, we're going to meet Mike's. Still here, folks. We're just checking in on some developments that have just come in. Stand by. All right, coming back in here, back to, and let's bring our shot from the scene back. Let's bring back the outlier report that we referenced earlier, Josh.
Let's just say what it is. WFTV was reporting that 5 people were dead, and they just walked back that report, now stating that Florida State University is shooting multiple people hospitalized, buildings evacuated, and 1 critically injured. So this is what you want to avoid in journalism. You want to be very careful about what you report in terms of number of people dead, details. We just talked about sources. Mm-hmm. So for them to pull back their headline on their website is, first of all, shocking to me because, like I said, they've always been very buttoned up. They must have gotten some information they were comfortable with, taken that stance, and then they walked it back. So the good news is this could be the case where 5 people are not dead, and that's huge relief for a lot of people. Now, 1 person has been confirmed dead or killed, as we're reporting. Being very careful to report that, but boy, what they were reporting is a big difference from what we're reporting at this time, as you mentioned.
Less than
Yeah,
2 hours.
No, I now, as I look on that particular station's website, I don't see any sign up.
Nice. Less than 2 hours, we got that done. Bang, bang. Right. Good. Okay, got that done. Feeling like a champion. Feeling like a champion. And I think instead of having one super long continuous stream, I will end the stream and I'll just start up a new stream. I want to put like at least a picture of a Gundam as the thumbnail for the stream or something. I don't know. Let's see. All right, we're gonna set this to the side. Bang bang. Oh, that's gonna be such a good one. I like that one. Damn. That shit hot. Yo. Mhm. All right, since I do got that show coming up soon, I may take tomorrow morning to actually varnish these and get some wires on them. Yeah, but if I varnish tomorrow, I ain't gonna be able to be in that damn studio for a while. Right. Mhm. My bad. I thought the camera was on me. It wasn't. Well, I just take this palette off. So we got a new canvas on the easel. Palette is cleaned, or it's about to be cleaned and ready for a new set of colors. We didn't use a lot of brushes. We used 3 brushes just now, so brushes are done. palette is clean. And I'm gonna change this thinner again. I might just get a whole new set of thinner in there. Dump that out. And I think I need to change this oil out too. All right, I'll let both of those drain out. And then I can probably use this towel one more time tomorrow. So flip the towel around. Baby oil is draining out. Paint thinner is draining out. The palette is clean. Yeah. And the next project is on the easel. So let me look at this real quick. I know, right? Let's welcome him back to the big stage. And okay, so yeah. I may have a lot of fun with this one because this background is really, really blurry. I don't know. I guess I used the I don't know what photo mode I used on there, but he's hyper in focus and the background is very blurred out. So I'm definitely going to try to keep it like that. But yeah, we're going to run through that background. We're going to start with some blues first and then use some reds for the buildings. And there's a big tree in there. You can get that in there. Yeah, this should be fun. So we'll start out with the sky. Get that sky nice and bright and then go from there. All right, and that was less than 2 hours. Hey, I say I'm a let's see if I can find a Gundam image. Wait a minute. All right, I think I'm good to go. Let me in this stream, and I'll start back up across the hall. I see you guys in a few minutes. If not, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's paint stream. We're on to a new project, just like that. All right. Hope you have a good one. We out of here.